You've done a bad thing, Mr. King. You've been a very, very, very naughty boy. And tonight in our street match, it all ends. Everything of it ends. All the stories, all the madness, all the chaos, it all ends between you and I. Will it be forgotten? No, but still, it ends this evening. I want to tell one final story that involves you and I. And it's something you might recall. And I think this is one of my favorite stories, Mr. King. Because I can guarantee you there are more, but this is by far one of my favorites. You see, right after the incident that you had brought up about the whole pie situation, which I am not going to discuss because no one takes my fucking pie. The incident that I'm going to bring up, you see, is one that you and I, after everything was said and done, you wouldn't speak to me for a while. I would sit there and I would poke you and I would poke you and I would poke you, but you would still just ignore me. Maybe it was the drugs, maybe it was the fact that everyone was watching, but eventually you warmed back up. And that led to us devising a plan, and that was a plan to get out of St. Bernadette's Hospital. And you see, the plan was to behave ourselves, to show that we are norm to society. But as much as we tried, we had a little bit of difficulties along the way, didn't we? So many lives ruined, so many lives touched, but it didn't change anything, did it, Mr. King? But that plan was to revolt against the guards at one point or another when they did not see it coming. And you and I pulled it off. One day, that one Sunday, we decided to jump that very guard, attacking him with all force, beating him with chairs, tables, anything within grasp. But remember what happened, and this is where it all changed between you and I, and I think that's why you hate this. I turned you and I went, boop, boop, and I booped you on the nose, and then I smashed you over the head with a chair, knocking you over and dazing you, as I took the keys from that guard and I ran. I ran as fast as I could out that door, allowing me to escape St. Bernadette's Hospital. While I left you there to rot, to endure all of the punishment. Many people would say that Grimm deserves everything that he's gotten, and I would agree at some points, but it all comes down to this. I do what I do, and I do it at my very best, and you know it, and I think that is what fears you, Mr. King of Fear, is that you can't control me. As many haunting messages, as many as the fucked up things that you sent through my head, allowing my own goddamn mother to sit there and fucking haunt me for the past 2 weeks. I mean, I have not slept in fucking over a week. The whole time I sit there and I fucking close my eyes and I can't sleep. I mean, it all needs to end, and it all ends tonight in this street fight. You know what? And even better, guess what? I think that we're close to a hospital. Maybe, just maybe, I'll drag your ass back to one of those hospitals. Allow them to strangle you and allow them to drug you down just like they did in the past. None of this matters anymore. So in the end, Mr. King of Fear, everything that you've done to me, throwing me through the top of that cage during my Intercontinental match with Mr. the Outlaw, all the haunting images, all the fucked up things, putting that fucked up song back in my fucking head, it all ends now. You will be ended, Mr. King, and I will be victorious, because I am on my way to the top, whereas you are going to fall straight back down to the fucking bottom. Because I will be CPW World Heavyweight Champion. Not to mention now, I have my eyes on Mr. Piggy, and I will be taking the United States Champion as well, being the first ever to hold the United States Championship, as well as I will be World Heavyweight Champion, as I stated. This all ends tonight, and then my nightmares will end, and yours will begin. So look forward to going back to St. Bernadette's, Mr. King. I have plans to get you there.